Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. I see the fans already pouring in as it is. It's Free Up Friday. Free Up Friday, where we get to talk about every and anything. We can see Marcel in the building already bright and early saying, Yo, blessed fellas. Yep, we are here to talk sports. And tonight we got a special topic. Tonight we're going to talk about all those sad moments in sports that made you cry, made you feel so depressed, so down, personal moments, moments in any area of sports that you would like to mention. You can just throw that in the chat. Let us know how you feel about that. And that's the topic for tonight. If you wanna be a part of the discussion, you can join us as well too. You can just look over in the chat and you will see there a link that you can click to let be a part of this discussion. Don't forget to put your name so we know who you are. Make sure your face is clear so we can see who you are and you can join the discussion as well. So we see lots of people coming in, giving their opinions and about just general random stuff there in the chat. Nothing specific, but it's gonna get heated up quickly and very soon as more people throw their stuff in the hat. Good night, fellas. How you guys doing? It's a Friday night. hmm How's
I'm doing
everybody
good.
doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's curfew's in half an hour, and so yeah, we have to. It's a little strange, that things are like this, but hopefully everything will get back to normal soon. But before we get into our main discussion tonight, we're gonna jump into just a little bit of fantasy, so everybody can see what's happening, and I'm gonna post up on the for the fans to see just where we are right now in terms of the standings, and so we get a bit of a vibe as to what's happening there. If everyone can see, there is a Netflix and Chilwell is at the top. All right, he's at the top there, holding strong. He had a very good game week last time. He had 91 points. He has
Yo,
390
that was
points.
solid, boy.
He had a solid game week last time. His team, you can watch a little bit about his team. We got Simikas gave him 5 points, 7 points from Ben White, 15 points from Sa, 10 points from Benarama, 8 points from Rafina, 12 points from Salah, and the captain gave it 24. Bamford gave him 5, and Tony from Brentford gave him 12. So that, of course, led him with a few bonus points, amassed to the 91 points that we see there. So big ups to Netflix and Chilwell.
Yeah,
That
man.
game, carried him straight to the first. And Jonathan Suka, Tuchel's squad 21, he had a pretty solid game week as well too. But since he was already so far ahead, he's only just 4 points behind of Netflix and Chilwell. So we're going into this new game week, seeing what it would be like, and what could happen. Just taking a look at his team, guys. Let's go back to Netflix and Chilwell. I don't know what he will change, if he'll change anything in the game week coming up here. You guys think that he can, this current squad here, he can hold the fort and keep first place? What are your thoughts on that?
It'll be interesting to see what he does. Well, who he goes to. I mean, Bamford to Antonio is could I see his bench, Josh? Scroll down there.
Sure, no problem. Here's the bench.
Right, yikes. You see, he has Antonio right there on his bench. So
And
he's
Hannah.
going, right, he's
Yeah.
going to take Antonio out, put Bamford in. It'll be interesting to see what he does if he goes with another striker as someone who actually plays, so he can go three up top. Scroll back up. Let me see his midfield. Right, Rafinha is a doubt too. So it'll be interesting to see what he does because Bamford isn't going to play. And Bielsa already said that he's out. Rafinha is a doubt. So I guess he could go. I don't know. He could go. That dude. Maybe he could go Gray. Joe was saying last night, Gray is an option.
Mark is an
Even
option,
Fowler
yeah.
is an option in that midfield position too for West Ham.
hmm If he has some cash, he could
Or
even go back to Greenwood too. You could try
or
to go this
Jota
consider
or
midfield.
Jota as well. Because
Yeah, they play Brentford.
if he opts to take these two players out, we also take these two players out. I mean transfers out. then he'll have some cash there. I think Bamford is a 7.9, and Rafinha, if I'm not mistaken, is a 6.6, somewhere thereabout.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I can check. I think I can click it and find out. Yeah, 6.5. Yeah, you were just there.
6.5.
Yeah, for Rafina, and think and Bamford is a 8.0. So yeah, he could take out Bamford if he doesn't
Oh,
keep
that's an
him, because
8
he's a
million
doubt.
there, boy. He
Yeah,
could
it's
go
8 million.
Jimenez,
He could put back Antonio in that spot if he wanted.
which is what he's going to do. But I was
He's
wondering if he's going to go three up top.
okay. He could. He could, depending on whether he wants to keep Bamford or not. You know, and yeah, he could take out Rafina, and since he yeah, and he says, and see if he has some cash, he could bring in a few midfielders that could slot in right
Yeah.
there, you know, because he may have saved there. He may change some because because Robertson should play, so we'll see how that works. It's because and since Arnold will play as well too, you know, that might be that day for him. So that's an option. Let's try. Let's go back to our resident fantasy expert and let's check a look at his team. He's only just 4 points behind, so he could very well slip back into first. He didn't have a bad game week. He got some points from Duffy and Christensen, but Jota let him down. Damari Gray let him down. Greenwood let him down. But of course, Benrahma and Salah both are players that are also in Netflix and Chilwell's team. Lukaku didn't get him any goals, but he took a gamble on Dennis and he paid
Paid
off.
off. Right.
He did pay off. He paid off. So Lukaku's playing Chelsea. I mean, playing City this weekend, and some are saying he may or may not score. He tends not to score in these big games. So do you see him just taking that gamble on Lukaku, leading him in the team?
Yeah, I think Lukaku is his premium striker. I don't think he's gonna move for Lukaku.
Okay. We see Julie here saying Jose playing mind games early out. No, I'm not. Apparently, I'm Jose now. Lord of mercy. All right. Wow. So that's that. Moy, what are your thoughts on this too? Should he should he
Capital.
should he should he stick with Jota? Should anybody stick with Jota? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, some say they're playing Brentford. Others say, 2 game weeks now, he Jota not do nothing. What are you thinking about Jota?
I mean, I see why you would keep him in because they don't really have a other presence up top. Because I think Firmino is still injured,
Yeah.
and looking at it, he will get the starting spot. But we just, when we're looking at Liverpool, we just expect goals to come from either Salah or Mane. But in my personal fantasy team, I know I took out Jota to replace him with somebody else. So I took that gamble on my fantasy team.
Okay. All right. Um, yeah. So that's that. And yeah, a lot of people not really sure about that. We also see Damari Gray in his team, whether he stick with him or not. I mean, I know Joe will. Joe definitely probably will. He did look
Yep.
he did look lively in his last game though. He just didn't score. He had a couple of shots and some chances. So you never know. And then Brighton are playing well. I had Duffy in my team as well too. So we'll see how that works out as well for him to see how that team is. So that's a
Who's
little bit of
Brighton playing, Josh?
I think they play Crystal Palace. I think they play Crystal
Yeah,
Palace.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So for those of you who have people like Sanchez in your team, then I mean, you never know. Crystal Palace are at home, but Brighton are playing really well right now. So you never know what could happen there in that regard. So yeah, that's a little bit of that. Anybody else? You got me, and here in my team, I had a pretty decent week as well too. T&E back-to-back weeks has helped me out. Duffy helped me out. Shaw didn't get an assist. Arnold, man, I didn't predict him not to play. Rafina paid off because I took out Torres and put in Rafina. That paid off. And Jota and Greenwood didn't. And Cristiano scored, so he helped me out there. But that's just about it. So hopefully, I'll make a few tweaks this week to see what is. I won't reveal too much right now concerning that. Jacques, you in fourth. We'll do the top four. The Champions League spots, and we see you got some points in Tierney and Christensen. What happened to Brandon Williams? He didn't play. I guess not, right?
I mean, the man player, we just can't see too much goal. That 3 goal he can't see.
That's true. That's true. I didn't even know. Yeah. Norwich defense, Odegaard with the free kick got you some points. MacArthur and Trincao. They let you know. I see why you would pick them, especially Trincao.
And MacArthur, he came on for Trent.
Oh, okay, got you. Because Trent didn't play. All right.
And yeah,
Aubameyang. Oh, yeah, true. And Aubameyang, that's what they did. They subbed them out. That's true. Aubameyang and Jimenez, you would have expected them to score in those games. I can see why they're in your team, but they just didn't, and CR7 did the business. So, a pretty good team there. I can see how this could work out for you. If you're Aubameyang and you're Jimenez, if you keep them work, then, I could see how that would work in your favor.
We'll see how it goes, man.
We'll see how it goes. I see we have a few people coming in to want to talk with us tonight, but I don't see any faces. So if you guys can turn on your video so that we can see some faces, that would be great. So we can let you guys in. A couple of people here. Okay. So we know that you're there. So just put on your videos, and we will gladly throw you in to the discussion and get your opinions and certain things. We got some people over here in the chats saying things. Me just says Chelsea to win the league. Christoph said facts. I guess he believes that. All right. Then we have Jaleel saying Shaq team better than Arsenal. Okay, all right. He says that's closest any team Shaq support and can ever get into the top four. Bro, that was like a hit for Shaq tonight, boy. Lord of mercy. Tell him, boy. Suka says getting ready for game week 6. And speaking of Jonathan Suka, he's here with us tonight. We were talking about your team, man, and we don't expect you to give us any clues. I know Shaq over there taking notes. The high notepad ready over there.
I'm ready.
So keep that to yourself. But it's gonna be a very, very interesting game week, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be, man. It would be quite a few good teams with home games this weekend. Everton, Watford, Man U.
Yeah.
Right. Even the Leeds and West Ham game could be a nice open game too.
That would be the same as well too.
Yeah.
And with the and then when the two big clashes with Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City, you don't know who's gonna score.
Right.
That shows a loop into your fantasy. Who do you pick? It all comes down to different.
So far, when you're ready, right?
So let me ask you this too, because Josh just skirt around all kind of topics. Do you think it's wise to double up on some Liverpool players for this upcoming fixture?
Well, I think a lot of players or managers have a combination of Trent and Salah already, so that's a double up right there. You wouldn't. I mean, since that's a kind of a tough fixture, you would probably. I think a double up is safe.
Okay, but you wouldn't take the chance and go in maybe Salah, Trent, and Mane or Jota. You think that's too much?
If you still have Jota, because I know a few managers that transferred him out because Firmino is back in training, and then you have Champions League next week.
That's true,
right? So, so I was saying if you have like the template of Trent and Salah
already,
there's no need for you to probably put in a third Liverpool.
Yeah. Okay.
If you have two, I think that's it.
Let me ask you another question.
Mm.
In your assessment, in your wonderful fantasy
Wow.
mind, give me a top three captaincy
Mm.
picks for this
Captaincy
weekend.
picks. Well, Christie is up there. Ronaldo. I think one of the West Ham players, either between Benrahma or Antonio, could be another good pick. Because as I said, I believe that would be a good open game. Especially Leeds is not too strong in the defense. They have a few injuries. Antonio coming back fresh. That's another good pick right there that you can look at. And let me see. No, I was thinking of the Everton Norwich game. But it just depends on who Benitez has up front because Calvert-Lewin is still out. I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah,
And
and
Richarlison
then
is fit.
and Richarlison might be fit to start because I don't know who. Oh no, I think Richarlison's out. So they will have that veteran striker. What's his name from
Rondon.
Rondon, right? So
And
you have Rondon.
at this rate, anybody could score against Norwich. I think that's
Yeah,
the narrative.
but then let me tell you, right, the way that Everton conceded 3 goals at the back. Let me say, Timo Pukki would have been a good even a good differential if you had him
Look,
against
I
Everton.
think that's true. I
Yeah,
agree.
you see.
Triple captain, Pookie. I heard some of those talk last night.
Yeah, even Vardy's a good pick, against Burnley this weekend probably. It just depends. Possibly it could be a good pick as well. So yeah, you have about maybe about five good candidates
Okay.
for this
All
weekend.
right.
We
Josh,
have
you
a
have any
question.
questions? Okay,
No,
go
I don't
ahead.
have any. I don't have any questions there. I'm totally fine.
This
More
is
over
enough
there,
so far.
take your notes. Suko is way too nice. I love the brother now, but you way too nice, man. As well as a question, he says, ask him my question. How do you hack the league? As we want to know how you hack the league. Lord of mercy. Hey Joe, we can trust Suka. Fans don't ever listen to Josh. Lord of mercy. I know you are look right. Anyway, Suka is my competitor. Okay, we've been duking it out now for a little while. So
You see, Captain Gray. That's another good, another good option. Demari Gray,
Joe had the
right there.
Captain Gray this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? Fans go and Captain Gray for you. Captain Gray.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a great.
Suko, a next question for you. Now we're on the topic of Gray. Gray's around 5.7,
Yeah, it's about
around
that.
there,
Yeah,
around
yeah.
5.7.
Mm.
Who would be, if there any players around a cheap option instead of the Jotters and the Fernando Torres, cheap option in the midfield there about.
Sam
Anyway,
Gallagher from Crystal Palace
Crystal
is
Palace
one.
versus Brighton.
Yeah, that's another good fixture. That I mean, they predicted that game would be about maybe 2-2. So that's goals in there.
And he gets forward.
Yeah, and then he plays in probably just behind the striker or just around there in the box. So yeah, that's one.
Saying, don't bother if Josh said do it. You saw a lot of mercy. Now my word can't even be trusted now. Look at that.
Yeah.
So,
Gallagher is
do
one.
you think?
It's a good pick.
Do you think Edward will start? Do you think this is a game Villa will give him a first start?
No, he came on. I think the last 2 games he came in as a sub. Is it a sub as a striker? I think he's categorized as a striker in the game, but he came on as a sub in the last 2 games. So I don't know. I think the guy has merited a start. I don't know why he comes off the bench, but probably he's more of an impact player. But I mean, it comes down to your choice. If you want to go with a starter that's guaranteed that you're going to pass 60 minutes and then you get some more game time, opposed to a substitute come off the bench, but you never know he could probably score a goal or 2. And he was very impactful off the bench, so probably may continue using him like that. Vieira might continue using him as an impact sub. So.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Does anybody else on the panel have any questions for our esteemed FPL expert?
Yo, you all need to get the man that's first on the show,
Yeah, Netflix and chill. You gotta find
Netflix
them.
and Chile. Yeah, you have to bring
You
him on,
gotta
man.
find them. Because
want,
I, you know what?
y'all want
If
the mid-table perspective.
mid
Yes,
table is
sure.
it? How many is 60 something people in the league?
Yeah, boy, we have plenty,
That's a
man.
good question. In order for that to be mid-table, we would have to have 70 people in the league. We have 50, so it's not mid-table,
Mhm.
brother. It's more,
Uh,
you know.
just
But
above
you,
relegation, there, boy.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
again. Go
yeah,
It
ahead.
yeah.
looks like
Give
But
us
no, but
your
seriously though, Shaq, honestly, I said it in our personal chat for everybody, for fans. But I was legit only just guessing when I said 35. I didn't realize he really was
right.
35. And
Mhm.
then when Moy come and tell me now that he is actually 35th, which is just crazy in my mind. How could I get it so perfectly right? But that's funny.
And
Yeah, only is
notice I not tie with nobody and so now. My
true.
35th.
yeah.
Yeah,
As a
boy, you
Silver
proudly
Lining.
35th. Hamilton in 34. This is not good.
Mhm.
Shaq, I know, boy, Shaq. This is not good for the Island fans team now. Besides you and I, man, you see the crew, all the crew here, 32, 32, 34, 35. How
Hey,
anyone is
look,
supposed to respect our
no, but
analysis when
Let
they're
me
on
no, but
mid-table?
but
let,
more, Josh, you have to look at
Uh,
it this way. All right, we
go
need
ahead.
leaders in
Uh,
every part of the table. So if
gotcha.
you're
Gotcha.
above me, you run in the top four, and then you come down now. I think you have maybe Memphis and so somewhere around there. But no, Memphis
No, that's what I'm
and
trying to tell
Joe,
you. The whole
them all in
squad,
together.
all them together. You see
We're
Memphis,
still though.
then Joe, then Hamilton, then boy, all them back to back to back. Like a
We're,
back
we're,
or something.
but still, we're skilled. We're skilled. Skill,
That's a good
skill wasn't
question.
doing too bad.
Where's skill? Let me look up. See, you think skill is supposed to higher.
skill
Let's
probably
see.
Still
higher,
in
man.
top now.
Could be.
Yeah, skill 13. So skill in the
Oh, you see? Right.
yeah, in the middle
Yeah,
area.
man,
Skill there. Munchie
we
too.
got them
Munchie
all
next to
over.
skill. So that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
But you see,
That
like
makes
when you have
sense.
like a big mansion and so, you need securities all around the place. So that's what we're doing in the league.
Wow. Okay. All right. So that's that. But let me see here. I have like 5 accounts in that league. Wow. Okay.
Where this man get
That's
so much email from?
Yeah,
wow.
that's yeah.
Joe, as usual, the race is not for the swift boy. I tell you, boy, he's with that. Christoph giving some advice here. Maybe we should listen to him. He
Yeah,
says
that's
I
him
know
and
the
that.
that's a good
Christoph is
point,
not doing bad, you know.
No, where is
Yeah.
he? He's further up. He's in 10th. He had a
Yeah,
good game week. He had 71.
71.
You know. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
top
Well,
10.
that's
We
more than
gotta get
me.
we gotta get Christoph on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, you make a
Christoph should
good
just
point
come
with
in.
the Wolves fixtures. These are good
Mm.
these are good
But
fixtures attacking
and,
wise.
right, to be honest, Sukwa, I doubled up on Wolves players last week. It didn't
Mm,
pay off, but
hmm
I think we were talking earlier up in the week, and you can see them getting the chances. So the pick was justified,
Yeah.
but it's just not putting the ball in the back of the net.
hmm Yeah, I mean, man, I don't understand how Wolves haven't scored more than one goal, in a game. I think what two for the most
Yeah,
in a
because
fixture.
wow.
Yeah, Adama just can't finish, man. Yeah, and then Jimenez still hasn't really found his feet since the injury. Credit
Mm.
to him, that's a difficult injury to come from. Head injury.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
mental.
that's yeah.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
because
Difficult to
I'm
recover
sure every
from.
time he goes probably to win a ball in the air or to head a ball,
Overthinking it.
that's all he's thinking. Yeah,
But if we learned anything from this last game week, though, I mean,
yeah.
see Netflix and Chilwell, he got a whole 30
Yeah.
points more than most of us.
Oh
So,
yes.
Shaq, you could well end up in first after this weekend. You never know.
hmm
It's
Yeah,
possible.
I mean, of course, anything
Yeah,
is possible.
it's really really tight there at the top, And O'Neal was going good for a while, but he's still in the runnings though. So
hmm
we'll see how that is, So Christoph, if you want to get on, you can. Let us know if you want to have a little chat there concerning that. All right.
Yeah.
We see
If you
you see
want to
as
come
me
in, you can replace me because I'm not the expert here. Um,
KFC KFC first after this week. Okay, where's KFC in the stuff? Let's see. You can tell us. There is he.
You
He's
can't you have a
18th.
curfew.
Okay, Asmin 18th. All right, you're
As you
right,
all
man.
up there,
I know, right? As well,
Let
as
me
well.
see his team, Josh.
Sure, no problem. We can check
Let
out
me see
his
that
squad.
boy's team.
We got 68 points. Good haul. He picked the right keeper. Man, wow, 5 points from Jansen, 10 points from Alonso. All right, Mr.
Yo,
Pogba and Troy, Salah. That's not a bad team.
I have a question for Sukwa.
Yeah.
Say Maximum and Ings. Okay.
Sukwa,
Salah, the bench. Look at that. One thing, did he have
Man,
yeah,
15
50
he
points
have
points?
on the
20
bench.
points on his bench.
Oh
Oh, man.
goodness, he would have won the game week.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't have won. He would
Well, let me
but
see.
he wouldn't have won. He would have got
Yeah,
88.
88. Yeah.
88.
But that's 20
Mm.
more points. Let me see where he would have risen. He would have gone up by, where is he now? He'd had 320,
18.
so he'd have been, he'd gone up to
Yeah,
321.
13.
yeah, about 12 or so there, about
Yeah.
13th, yeah.
Sukwa,
Yeah.
when does Chilwell get back in the squad? Or can we trust that Alonso will keep playing?
Alonso looks very difficult now to come off that 11 right now. Very difficult to see him being benched now. I mean, he started
There's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I've been saying, you know what, Alonso, he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play.
he goes
Chilwell's
there,
back.
and look at that. He's like, I think the top, I think the second or the first ranked defender, at the moment. Yeah, he's
Right.
ranked the first, 38 points. He's expensive,
Mm.
5.8.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
gotta have to.
O'Neill says here, Joe, stop it in response to the whole thing about Moy, we soon at top. Tell him, remind him again, O'Neill. I love him, brother Jonah, but if you, that'd be the biggest
on the
comeback of all
negative
time.
vibes,
Something said that hurt from earlier on. Man, we just call it like it is, bro. We call it like it is. And O'Neill comes and said, Chilwell ain't coming back right now. That man says Southgate mess with Chilwell. How he mess with him? But that's a different question. All right then. Okay, well let's switch it up now. We're about a half an hour into our show, and as we promised all the fans, that we are going to talk about some of the saddest moments in football. In our personal opinions, the things that really hit us hard to the core. And not just football, all sports. You can talk about even personal experiences in sports that you either witnessed or experienced that just bring you to tears or near tears, where your heart just is broken and you feel like, oh, what did I just witness? I'm gonna start with Sukwa. So I'm gonna give you one, Sukwa. I'm gonna give you one to start out. You're a Chelsea fan, right?
Right.
Okay. So how did it feel in that moment when John Terry stepped up and slipped?
Oh boy, I could never forget that penalty shootout, man.
It was good for me when he stepped up and he slipped and he missed that penalty to win. If he scored, you'd have won the Champions League.
Yeah, we don't won the Champions League. Yeah, man. Yeah.
How did it feel, man? How did it feel in that moment?
I remember I was watching this on a little TV upstairs at the office, and my good friend is a Manchester United fan, and myself. So we were watching the penalty shootout. When he saw Ronaldo miss, he put off the TV. I say, "Yo, leave the TV on. You don't know what will happen." And I really wish I keep the TV off because he came down to John Terry missing the penalty. I'm like, what?
Wow.
What are the chances, man? But I guess let me see. And Chelsea won their first Champions League about what was it? About 3 or 4 years later. Was it with Drogba and Mata?
Yeah,
Against
they
Man
won.
Munich.
Yeah,
it must have been that. So,
the Drogba header. I remember that.
Right. Yeah, but that was one. That was one. I think in a way too, Lampard coming back to manage Chelsea, but not seeing him do well. I think that was another part in me that I really want him to do well. I'll be honest with you, I really wanted him to do well as a legend coming back. And then when I saw he just really he didn't really live up to the expectations, then he had to go. So I think these are the two aspects in Chelsea history. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Some sad moments. So, fans, the link is in the chat. If you want to come on and tell us your sad moment in sports that just really messed with you, we'll go to the panel right now. And but before we get to the panel, though, we see a couple people in the chat saying a couple of things. We see. We'll start up with Jaleel says here. England penalty versus Italy. You're
Yeah,
talking about the most recent one, I would assume.
yeah.
Yeah,
Those two
yeah.
guys, yeah, two or three
Those
guys,
guys at
yeah,
the end,
That's the reason.
yeah,
missing it right at the end. That was sad. That was sad
yeah.
for
But
them.
but even what's even more sad about this whole thing is it's the whole thing that racism is just still so
Yeah, the
evident in our
racism.
game.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
That was worse.
Yeah, yep,
O'Neill agreeing here from earlier on. He says the Terry one was harsh.
yeah, boy.
Yeah, I was watching the game live as well too, man. And when Cristiano missed, I like my best penalty taker missed. That moment I was so depressed. But I went
Yeah.
from 0 to 100 when I see Terry slip, boy. It was. But anyway, he's not talking about good
Yeah.
moments. Talking about sad moments. We see O'Neill saying here, "I cried when we won in
Yeah.
2012." So that's tears of joy. That's
Tears
tears
of
of
joy.
joy. We'll
Yeah.
take it. We'll take it. We'll take all the tears in there, man. We'll take all the tears here. Lampard managing Chelsea was the lowest
Okay.
point for me. Wow. Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
That's rough.
Oh my God. That one was rough. That one was rough for sure. All right, Mo,
Yeah.
let's go to you. We're gonna go to you, and we got some people in the background that we want to add as well too. So, go ahead. Let's start, Mo. Give us one of your sad moments.
Well, we're gonna go back to the most recent one. With the Man City versus Chelsea in the Champions League final. That's evident. If y'all want to see Moy cry, go back and watch the video and get upset at Monty. Go and watch that video. But I really felt it only because first Champions League final, City didn't really play anything, and then hearing the likes of these Chelsea fans jubilant about this defeat. And then these other people that I shared the watch along with that were so happy that Man City lost. You know, I really felt it. My,
Mm.
my head was in my shirt and I was just there crying like crazy. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah,
Tough,
because I
tough,
know you
tough.
all. I mean, Pep really wants to win the Champions League with City, but man, it's just like something always just keeps a stumbling block in this man's way. I mean, that's what they brought him on for. He's won the league. He's won everything else basically. He's won everything in Barcelona when he coached. He won Bayern Munich, and then now he's come across to City. That's really what they brought him across to win the Champions League. So
I tell you.
Yeah.
Yep,
if it's
definitely.
one video I stay away from watching is that Champions League final.
Mhm.
I mean, that was
Yeah, it's
one,
like
and
yeah,
then there was the heartbreak of when we support that late goal from Sterling got disallowed when we
yes, in
played
the
Tottenham in the Champions League
Spurs.
also.
Yeah, I think that was a hard one for you all because I thought for
It was
sure until when VAR was it VAR that
it was
disallowed it. I think.
it was crazy because I saw it and I
Yeah.
saw Sterling score. So y'all know how happy I
Mhm.
was running
Mm.
around. I remember running around the house and I was watching it with my father, and then he was like, "The goal got disallowed," and I sat there
Mm.
for the rest of the
Boy.
afternoon
Yeah.
in
Mm.
utter depression.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that
It
would have
was
been a good final against Liverpool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sterling would do that
Yeah.
to you though. He would leave you in
Yeah.
depression after.
Okay. Let me do one, and then we'll go to Shaq.
Josh,
I'm
let's
gonna
get the
get what? Oh, the
okay, I
people
don't see
in.
him. No, I
Yeah,
don't
I
see him.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Right. Go
trying to
ahead.
get.
You go
I was
ahead.
trying to get him in. So yeah, I'm gonna go because it's already in the chat. So I'm just gonna get it away with. He's actually at the top of my list. As a United fan, Aguero scoring that last minute goal to take away the title from me, man, on goal differential.
Yeah. I think
Every now and again, I hear that voice ring in the back of my head.
Aguero.
That voice.
Stop going.
Oh yeah.
Because we were already in there at Sunderland, done a celebrating us Alex on the field, ready for take out the
Yep.
champagne,
Mhm.
and then Sunderland people start to sing, start to Makawi. But you see what goes wrong comes wrong because then they get relegated next season anyway.
Next season.
Love them anyway. But the fact of the matter is that really though hurt me, man. I remember that
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I
you
still
know,
think that's one of the best games ever in Game Week 38 to end the season. just
to
to end the
end.
season. That was the
Right
best.
at the end, man.
Right at the end, man.
Right
And
at
last
the
game,
end.
yep,
Last kick of the game.
last kick of the game.
I blame so many people. I blame Joey Barton. He was retarded. I blame. Seriously, but they up. Seriously, and y'all just give away that like triple goal. I had the title right there and a goal differential too. But I love what Fergie said after that. Fergie was like, they never catch us with the goal differential thing again. And I think we got Van Persie and then we just, won the title.
Yeah,
after
they
that.
won the next title.
Yeah, but the point is that one really hurt. All right. Asma in the building.
What's up, bro?
Tell us your sad moment, man. Sad moment in sports.
Well, I have a couple. I have a couple. The first one will be the Gerard slip.
The Gerard
I remember
The
crying.
Gerard slip. Yeah.
Oh, that
I
was
remember-
funny, though.
Jen Baba.
I remember crying into the night about that one, bro.
Oh man, look right.
That's not the only one.
Go ahead.
It was the Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace a week later, bro.
Yes, with Brendan Rodgers.
Yes.
Boy,
Boy,
yeah.
boy,
I didn't one point from 2 games, bro. 1 point from 2 games. I
That's all
needed
you
3
needed.
points from 4 games.
Yeah.
3 points from 4 games, bro.
Oh man, y'all had it that
That's
year.
like-
Y'all
that's
had it
like-
that year.
That's like hearing somebody died this week, and then next week you hear the next person died. Like 1 point, bro.
Yep.
And that's why I wasn't upset when Torres left, because the guy was shooting the lights on everything. The guy was missing. I
That's
think he was a
true.
little heartbroken. So I wasn't upset when he left, honestly.
Gerald Slip made me laugh as well too. I hate to revel in your pain, my friend. I hate to do it, but
It's not a funny moment. It's not a funny moment.
when I see Deborah Bob go through, I was like,
Yeah.
yes, hallelujah. But for real though,
But
man,
Josh,
y'all had it though. Go ahead,
going back to that game, they had Gerald playing as centre back, was it? Or like a holding midfield or
No,
something?
you-
I can't remember.
CDM like a holding
He was
midfielder.
playing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
But
played-
everybody
Yeah.
wanted to attack. He was the only one behind there.
At the
The
back,
centre
yeah.
back was up the field.
Yep.
The two
yep.
centre back was up the field. The right back was playing second and third strikers. I was like, and Gerard was in the centre circle. I will never forget that morning, bro.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
Asma,
man,
I heard though that Gerard says he still have nightmares about that. It's still creeping
I
through about
do.
his mind.
if he was the one that did it, and I'm only a fan of him, I'm still having nightmares. Imagine him.
Yeah, boy, that would haunt you, boy. That would definitely haunt you. You have any others you want to share?
No, but my thing is, I don't think Moy should be in this segment. He doesn't have history enough to be. You know,
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
he should take some of his money
She
and
was-
wipe his tears, but he doesn't have any-
Wow. Okay. Alrighty then. We will leave that there. we will leave that there. Oh, but a couple people in the chat said some things here. Montier says here that Arsenal is automatically a moment. So let's switch over to Shaq. Shaq, talk to me. Tell us one of your moments, man.
I have two mainly from Arsenal. And the first one is way back in 06 when we just similar to Man City, we lost in our first Champions League final. We
Yeah.
lost in the first Champions League. And you know what? And I would say it's a long time they have a agenda against my team. Because Eto dived. Eto dived, and then from his dive, what he named Lehman got center. Lehman got a red card.
Yeah.
Lehman got a red card, and then we had to put Almunia in the goal. We took off Perez and put Almunia in the goal. Both goals that we conceded after Sol Campbell put us ahead. Both goals we conceded. One was to his legs, and the other one beat him near post. That wouldn't happen if Lehman was in the goal, and I see O'Neill's comment there, and I would be a Champions League winner. Because yo, I had them going, man. It's the referee. It's the referee.
Henry had an incredible year that year too. I mean, that's a Ballon d'Or year. He should have won it that year for real. Henry was balling that year. He was setting the stats for y'all to win, but
yeah, it was definitely setting the stand. My next one is 2011, versus Birmingham in the Carling Cup. That time, what we don't now know as a Carabao Cup, it was a Carling Cup.
Carling Cup.
It was rough. They took the lead to this big. I don't know if you all remember this big tall man named Zigic. Big tall man just play for Birmingham.
Yeah, Nicola Zigic.
We had what he named Chesney in the goal, who only turned good after he left Arsenal. And when he had Juventus. Right?
Wow.
So that's cap though, Moy. That's cap. So don't interject that there. So, but then we were up, and Birmingham was battling relegation that year. We were fighting for the title that year, and then it was a mix up between Chesney and Koscielny. Chesney and Koscielny, and what he named? Okay, Koscielny was supposed to clear the ball, and Chesney called him off. So he left the ball, and then the ball ended up and hit Chesney and popped right back out to Obafemi Martin. Empty goal, the man just popped it in the goal.
I remember that. It shocked everybody, boy, that y'all lost that. It's supposed to be set in stone. I'm gonna throw one in. This one is local. So if you watch, if you're familiar with Antigua football, remember when USA came to Antigua?
Yes,
man.
Yes.
We scored first, then they scored, and then late, I think it was Eddie Johnson. Rise up. Is Eddie Johnson? I think it was Eddie Johnson.
Or was it Bradley? Was it Bradley?
Yeah,
Bradley? Yeah.
I think it was Bradley. Shine Bradley, yeah.
And they scored late for Antigua to lose. I mean, America coming to Antigua was a big deal for us. Sitting there in the stadium was packed, and the fact that we scored, just the place erupted. It was amazing, and to lose, I would have taken the draw. I wanted the draw to just end up on ESPN for look at Antigua draw with America. That's what I wanted, but right at man, that was disappointing. You go home and you feel proud of your team, but at the same time, it was tough. Yeah, it was tough. Boy,
Josh, you know what came to my mind?
Go ahead.
That semi-final, Chelsea and Barcelona. Messi missed the penalty. Chelsea in 10 men. Torres breakaway. And you just hear Gary Neville screaming the whole day, the whole afternoon, to go into the finals and beat Bayern.
That was an emotional moment.
That for me. Yeah. That never.
That's an example of tears of joy, definitely.
What?
I remember that, and it was vindication for Torres too, because he was having a horrid time there.
He was having a terrible time.
And he scored one of the crucial goals there to do that. Mo, you have another one you want to share?
Well, like personal, I don't know if you and Shaq would remember this one. Is when we had like the court ball tournament between Red House, Greenhouse, and so I don't remember. There was that one where Red House spanked us like 6-3 after we played the ball, then them man just score back to back. And I remember that because Red House was like the biggest rivals to us. And after that game, for the rest of the afternoon, I was totally complete out of it. I went back over to the secondary, and people tried to talk to me, and I was like, "No, I'm not in the mood for this." That was crazy.
Sad moment. Sad moment. Let me see. Got some people here in the chats as well. So if y'all have any others y'all want to bring in, that could be as well. Go ahead.
I think it's a joy moment for me, and it has nothing to do with Liverpool. And let me tell you this now, like I hate Man U, like everything about Man U. But for some reason, I really love Wayne Rooney. I don't know why. I've always been a
Can't
Wayne
blame
Rooney
you.
fan,
Can't blame you.
but I hate Man U. That's it. But you remember that bicycle kick against City?
City, yeah,
Ask boy.
Yes.
still.
But more, do you
Yes.
remember? But boy, that's a piece of the history you didn't know.
What's that? I ain't hear
That's a
properly.
piece of the history.
What's that?
Uh, I have that commentators the whole run through of that play in my head ever since that day to now.
Mm. Well, you know
That
what?
was
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, Asma. Go ahead.
No, I would say I have the commentators the word for word. Like if it like they show replays at the end of the season, I would just
Mm.
sit down and wait for that specific moment.
Mm. Mm. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean because this will be an example for me of tears of joy. Shaq, when you mentioned Almunia, y'all remember that the one where Almunia was at Watford and they were playing against
Oh yeah,
Leicester.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every time I watch that video clip, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, tears like it travel well up people's eyes, boy. When Almunia made the double save, the man counter attack, and then Dini scored a winner, and then he rubbed in the crowd. To me, that's just like the epitome of football in just one clip, boy. I mean, the passion from the fans. I mean, and they were fighting relegation, and just everything about that was just was beautiful. The commentator when he shouts out Dini and then he scores, it was bring tears to my eyes every time.
You know what?
Really
Let
good
me
for the
throw
park.
one in about this is the basketball one. Remember,
Yeah.
bad no Derrick Rose and y'all know his injury history. I don't know if y'all remember that game when he was at Timberwolves when he came back and I think he dropped 50 or something like that.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
at the
I
end of the
remember
game,
that.
he was crying and stuff like that. I mean, that's a good moment. Although, yeah, that's a good moment. From all his struggles and then coming
Yeah,
back now and be able to drop 50. That's a good moment. And
Chuck,
I'm a
who's your
Okay.
big
favorite
Derrick Rose fan. Go
who's your
again.
favorite basketball? Who's your favorite basketball team?
I don't really have a favorite. I just have like certain players, and then
Okay.
yeah, I don't really have a favorite.
Chuck, how are you?
Dash frozen.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Oh, me?
How are you? How
I
about you? How
don't
about
have a
you? Do you
favorite
have
team. I don't have a favorite team. I follow players. That's what I do. I at first use
oh
Kobe, then Dwayne Wade, Tim Duncan. I have my times when I slip aund, and that's what I do.
I
But if
wonder
I
why
can
you
give
are
well, my
defending Tim Duncan.
if
my favorite team is Miami Heat, right? And I'm gonna tell you the best moment in basketball for me,
mhm.
for my young life, has to be the Ray Allen corner
Ray
three.
Allen corner three
Mm,
pointer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
that's
yeah,
clutch.
that
To
was a
win the
good
top,
moment.
to
That's
win.
clutch.
That was a
I
good moment.
cried.
Yeah,
That saved LeBron legacy. Just say it. Just say it.
So it's like how the
Yo,
new
you
it's like
just
how the
said
new
that. No, because you join the comments, you're saying that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying best with Joe partner, you know. But yeah, boy, that reality stuff still. But
yeah,
you know
Ray
what made me
Allen.
cry in basketball though? Durant's speech, his MVP speech to his mom. That
Oh
made me
yeah,
cry, boy.
Oh,
that
Look,
was
yeah.
nice.
man. Yo, I was holding it in, right? When the man look at his mommy and say, "You're the real MVP." That was it. I was done. I was done. After that, I couldn't hold it
Yep.
up after that, man. When man look at his mommy and give him long speech about how everything she did for him, how she helped him to be who he is, how he get there, and then man just done and say, "Mom, you're the real MVP, man." That was, in fact, most of the MVP speeches is really, really emotional.
Yeah,
Iverson MVP speech was emotional. What's his name? Westbrook MVP speech was emotional. That was just the man, boy. The man really put their heart into that. Though
Iverson's
that was really,
retirement speech was
Yeah.
emotional too.
yeah.
I have a basketball one to share. Um, Sharp, you're going to laugh at this one. I was I was at Trinity Academy. We was playing, school league basketball. We were coming up against the team from Barbuda, and I remember, I remember it was like an outlet pass, and I was going to the rim to get a layup. I swear it was me alone. And when I went up for the layup, all I saw was a shadow, and the person blocked me, and everybody was making noise. It was, it was, it was,
Wow.
it was so depressing. And then I tell you how depressing it was. that I got the ball like couple other times and I passed it. I passed up open shots because I was afraid I would. I was totally out of it until I had to get sub, and the coach was like, "Yeah, we know that you was out of it
Mm,
after that block." Most embarrassing thing there was.
I'm Blackie,
I,
You
I
got
have
number
no.
two.
I have
After
another
the
one.
man Blackie, sorry there, Josh. After the man
Yeah.
Blackie, the Barbudan team instantly go on on fast break.
Wow. Oh
Yo, he's
man,
not
the
even
fit.
lying no.
And this one is an injury. When Luke Shaw broke his foot in two places. Yo, I was
With
watching
double
that
leg break.
live, boy.
Yeah.
I feel the
I was
pain,
I,
and from
I was
watching it
happy.
on TV. Watch it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
No.
Don't be happy
Wow,
for
it's
those
like that.
things.
Okay, well, I was happy
Yes.
when Dribble Cisse broke his foot in two places too. So we say we can both talk Rockford people, right?
Why would
Yeah.
you say that? Why would you say that?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
just
an
kidding.
eye
I
for
was
an eye.
happy.
It's not an eye for an eye, bro. It's not an eye for an eye.
I just tried to find somebody that broke their foot from Liverpool. That's
Mhm.
what I was looking for. But no, yeah, seriously though, look sharp though. I mean, I thought his career was done, man. I mean,
Mhm.
seriously, when I saw some of the pictures, it was awful,
I'm shocked. Which
But
which
yeah.
what? Sorry, Josh. What year was it when Eduardo broke his leg?
I think it was 2011.
2011. Yeah. Yeah. That was
Mm.
that was the first one I saw where the guy acted. I mean, I looked for
Yeah,
pictures after that thing was a horror leg break, man.
City selling
Yeah.
Mendy
yep.
this season to the team that wears orange kit was tears of joy for me. Wow, that's cold. That's legitimately
Yo,
cold.
me not lie.
Munchy
Me and my
boy,
team have a
Munch.
show for Mendy, no. Cause this man,
We have Joe saying here 2008 NBA final made me cry. Joe, you have to go into detail with that one, dear, so I can find some way to troll you. So, right, so go and come back again.
that's it. Tim
That
Duncan
would be
better
the
than Kobe.
Lakers Celtics final.
Oh, well, with Celtics one day at the time with the big three?
Yes, with the
Yes.
big three. Yes.
Yeah,
That
the
w-
big three.
yes.
Yep.
And then Kobe came
That
back the
was, yeah.
year after and won it
Yeah,
Super,
with
where
the
from
when,
Flex
Lakers.
State,
Yeah.
boy.
what's his
Remember
name?
that?
And after that year, it was just the Kobe. It was just the LeBron show after that year.
Yep.
After '09. After '09, it was just LeBron show.
Yep. Anything's possible. Remember what's his name shouted out that,
Yeah.
in the
Kevin
final.
Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, boy, that was a good year. Very, very, very good year.
Mhm.
Celtics beat them, Lakers people that feel that they're dominant. See me on Lakers, no? Joe, we are kindred spirits with this one, Joe. If you're listening, um, Kobe's death. Kobe's death.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
All
That
right,
was that
Kobe,
was
man.
that was real sad. Okay, like legit. I remember, boy, when I found out. I didn't believe. I did not believe at all, and then yeah, and here his
Mhm.
daughter was there too, and other people in the
Mhm.
helicopter. Yeah, that one day was rough. One important play in the game,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was tough. So that's that.
And
For
everything.
anybody else have any others want to show it here? Couple people here just talking about the whole basketball thing. I can switch back to football. I can talk about when Sir Alex retired. As a Man U fan, yeah, that was rough
Mhm.
for me. We haven't caught ourselves since then.
Yeah, he
That was a
retired
lot
on
of
a
stuff.
high, winning. Yeah.
I know. Asma would love that.
Oh,
But when he came on the
why?
field and he gave his speech,
Yeah.
yeah, that was rough. 26 years of
Yeah.
success,
That's
and then he
amazing.
gone. I
That's
know, right?
amazing tenure, man. Yeah.
Yep,
I remember
yep.
his first
I
season.
have, I
What
have a next one. Oh,
Josh,
great,
his
super.
first season. Sorry,
We're so good finish there. Let's go.
his first season. What did he finish with United? Was it like
I think he
mid-table or
was.
something?
Yeah. I don't remember exactly, but I know that
Yeah.
no. Yeah, he was in the top 10 for sure. He didn't
Okay.
have very good first. In fact, he didn't have very good first good 5 seasons. He didn't really do
Right.
much.
The man.
But he
Yeah.
always kept us in and around the team until he built his
Yeah.
team.
His
You know.
legacy. Yeah, man.
Yeah. We see Joe here saying here, bro. That's the first thing that came to my mind when Kobe died. My girlfriend can attest. Water was running
Boy.
down my face the minute they confirmed it. My all-time favorite player, role model. Okay, role model.
He's a role model.
Yeah. All
Hey,
right.
Joe got drama though.
He does, he does. But yeah, I think it hurt us all. That whole thing happened. Okay, we got a youngster who wants to jump in the chat here. He finally feels himself to say what he had to say. Amija, a big fan of Island fans. How you doing?
You
Oh,
muted
okay.
Looks like
there.
his mic is on mute.
If you can turn your camera back on, I will unmute for you. I can do that. Okay, you muted this, so you have to unmute yourself. Okay, press the little mic button in the bottom left hand corner. Okay, he seems to be having some issues. When you start yourself out, just let us know. Okay, so we see here we have Joe saying Mamba mentality. Yeah, I see us why you'd say role model.
Yeah.
To have that Mamba mentality went pretty well for a while, for a few.
Yeah, and I
few
think
people.
what happened is that many of us remember when Kobe made his debut in the NBA when he came
Yeah.
out. Yo,
Yeah, you grew with him.
yo, but he
Right.
came into a team that was already loaded. Feels like Eddie Jones, and
That
those
boy,
boys
Yeah.
were
that boy,
ready.
he had a good
That
team.
that Lakers team was a nice team. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, he
and
had to
then
build himself.
he had
into
to
that
build
team.
himself and get into that team. Yeah,
Yeah, he came straight from high school. He didn't go
that's
college.
straight
Yeah.
from high school, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ajo couldn't be your role model because you're not doing what he would do. Top 40 in the fantasy league. Oh my goodness. The man gone back to the fantasy thing there. All right. Let's see if we can get another youngster in. Try and get some people in. Let's see if his screen's up.
Ah, that man like them living in the they say that man like them living in there.
Is this Malachi? That's Malachi. Hello? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so the man's still trying to figure himself out there. That's fine. No issue. All right. So we see here some people still hating some other people. Let me see. Me just say his mic is acting up. Okay. Well, sorry to hear that. But yeah, we're almost done anyhow. Any more sad moments
Hey,
anybody
Josh,
would like to share? Go ahead.
Josh, did you see Margie's comment about Howard Webb?
I think he did. I think I did, but I was trying to ignore it because Munchie usually chat Munchie suppress. Munchie
No,
says
but
mine to fans. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Munchie. All right. Anyway.
But that's a fact.
I don't know about that, right? You look, right? All I know is that Howard Webb helped me a lot over the seasons. And look, man, do you think?
Exactly, and you tried when you know.
Wow.
I got like, man, I'll let Fergie time over the years, boy.
Fellas call man Coward Webb.
Wow.
Coward Webb.
That's a clever one. This one I shared this here before with you guys, but
I think I know where you're going.
England got knocked out of the World Cup 2010.
Yep.
The whole
Yep.
stadium. See the ball cross the line. The whole stadium now. Everybody in the world see the ball cross the line. But the referee. Oh boy, I was so depressed after that game. See, I was so depressed. I was like, what?
I was wondering where's the lines? Like, can't he not see down the line behind the goal or something? I mean, that was so clear, man.
I know, it was so clear. It wasn't like even close to the line. The ball hit the
far behind the line. Yeah,
I was like,
it happened so quick.
Mm-hmm. They going on. They would have gone in 2-1 down at halftime. Anything would have happened, Yeah.
And thing is now that we have Rooney, prime Rooney, Gerrard, Lampard in that squad, then Terry and Ferdinand behind here.
That was the golden. That was the golden generation.
That was the real team. I just that one hurt. That one really hurt, boy, and I haven't let it go. I have not let it go. But I want to thank all of you guys tonight for giving all of your stuff. If nobody wants to win anymore, I mean, we can talk sadness. I could talk more tears of joy. When Ollie scored in the 99 final.
That
boy,
for
that
me
was
still is
tears
the
of
best
joy.
99. That 99 team for me, for Manu, is still the
That
best team I've
was,
ever seen. I've seen Manu produce.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tears of sadness is when Liverpool came back in the Champions League final. I can't believe AC Milan
Yes,
give it
AC
that.
Milan. Yeah.
Can't believe give it that
3-3.
Trinity State. That make no
Yeah.
sense to me.
Milan
That
give
was
it
sad.
again.
Yeah,
No,
they give it
it's
out, give it out.
Liverpool. It's Liverpool on a European night. It's from Sauber.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. We got
Uh,
one person coming in late. Munchie here. We got a Munchie. Turn on
You
your
guys
mic
can hear
there.
me?
No, we
Yep.
can. No, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, yes. Good night, everyone.
Hey,
I just,
look easy.
I just, I just came to give my final remarks on tomorrow. Make sure everybody
Okay.
turn up.
We gonna have a show in the morning for that, bro.
But good
I know,
reminder, though.
no.
Good reminder. Go ahead.
No, no, you gotta remind the fans that are here, and those in the
Okay.
comments that we have a show
All
tomorrow
right.
at 7:15 sharp. I'll be there at 7:10
Okay.
to fix up the chairs and everything. Make sure everybody seated. Social
Oh,
I
distancing.
love
boy.
this
We
guy.
gotta write,
Munchie,
protocol.
Munchie,
Yes, Gracie.
can I have your honest opinion on the scoreline tomorrow? Just like honest opinion. Really and
No,
truly.
they're getting 2-0.
2-0.
Bro, Diaz, give me Diaz. John Stones and Laporte traveled with the squad today, so that was my only concern. So,
But Dave, look on it, right? Chelsea defensively is a well-oiled machine.
That is
Without
true.
the out and out number 9, I think you get some goals out of them. I really don't see you score a goal, honestly. I'm not being biased or anything.
Okay, I know. But let me ask you this question: is only strikers score goal?
No, but how you play and how other teams play is different. You're gonna find it hard to block down. You play passing. It's gonna be hard to block down Chelsea like that.
You really think so?
Yeah, honestly.
Bro, KDB is back. Foden is back.
Tuchel defensively doesn't matter, bro.
yo, Asma, go and sleep.
This
dawg. Go
defensive
sleep.
thing, we both conceded one goal this season. So where this defensive thing comes in?
Yeah, one scored 12, one scored 13, so it's gearing up to be a really good game. So 7:15, once she's right, make sure everybody show up because he'll be there at 7:10 probably. So 7:15, everybody show up and make sure that you watch the game. Come back for the halftime show as well too. It's gonna be epic because as we're told, last time we had a show like this, somebody get 5-0. So we're hoping
Somebody gets 5.
So we're hoping for another 5 again tomorrow morning.
No, the whole team that say 5.
I'd take 5 goals. A 3-2 would be nice. A 4-1.
No.
That would work too. Anything like that.
No.
Will be
We're keeping
great.
a clean sheet, bro. We're keeping a clean sheet. We're keeping a clean sheet.
I
We're keeping a clean sheet.
doubt that.
So you back Chelsea. What's your score then?
1-0 Chelsea, man.
1-0 Chelsea. Lukaku now.
I can't see Chelsea. I can't. I was the last show and they're talking about how I couldn't score against Southampton, so I expect to score against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's true.
No.
Manchester City,
Yeah.
right?
We don't read games like that. Not because you couldn't score against Southampton. That means
And Foden is in the fray. Okay. Once these two guys play, it's like, bro, no.
Yeah, y'all been missing those guys. Y'all been missing those guys from the start of the season.
Okay, you know what? We won't have time to do in the morning because we coming on at 7:15. The starting lines will be out. Munchie, quickly, what would be your starting lineup?
Beautiful. Edison in goal. Kyle Walker right back. Ruben Diaz right centre back. Laporte left centre back. Joao Cancelo left back. Fernandinho in front of the defense.
Yep.
Then you have KDB and Foden in front of Fernandinho.
Fernandinho.
Gundogan didn't travel with the squad as far as I saw in the reports. He's still injured. Right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't get that. Fernandinho, KDB, Foden. That's what you said?
Yes, that's my midfield trio.
Okay.
Then you have the 100 million wanting by, which I didn't really
Grealish.
need, on the left, right? You have Ferran Torres striking, and you have Gabriel Jesus on the right. I personally would go back with that lineup, with that front three that
Wow.
caused
Gabriel Jesus
problems
plays.
for Shaq. And
I
where's my
think
knock five,
Sterling's
boy?
gonna start.
Where's my knock five? And now, yeah, Norwich. Yeah, Norwich and
Norwich.
Arsenal. I'll go back with that front three.
Yeah.
I think Sterling's gonna start.
And Suka, what about you? You're quickly your 11.
I would still go with the three at the back. So okay, so Mendy in goal. I believe he comes back for that game tomorrow. Right? Rudiger, either between Christiansen and Thiago Silva. And then let me see who's that. Okay, so you have the three at the back. I just can't remember the third person. And then you have Alonso and Azpilicueta on the flank. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't start with James.
They might not. He played the Champions League. Probably he might be rotated for that game. So probably go with Azpilicueta up, and then maybe it might be between Kante and Kovacic and Jorginho, one of the two in the whole, and then Havertz, Ziyech. I think Mount is out. Mason Mount is out, I believe, for that game.
Okay.
And then Lukaku up top, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
That team they get two on.
Sound like a W for me. That's what it looked like.
Should be a good game, man.
All right. Julia's saying that Chelsea gonna play three in the midfield. Yeah, we expect that. What three? I guess we will see. Most definitely. All right. So next time you see us, fans, it'll be 7:15 tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. We're all looking forward to this game. It's gonna be a good game. So we'll see how it is.
Imagine Premier League put Man United and Aston Villa game to play. Nobody want to see Aston Villa win 3-0. So it was.
I knew the defense more.
Those three, man. Three. Those three. Those three. No, but it's really weird.
Who you again, Kwesi? Who you again? Who Liverpool playing?
Brentford.
Watch
Blue incoming.
1-0 again.
This is not Arsenal. This is not Arsenal.
Oh boy.
Okay. I don't know if it's me, but personally, this is the first time ever I've actually seen two games playing at 7:30.
Yeah, we've never seen that before. Yeah,
this is different. But it's
no,
fine.
First time. I don't know if it was me alone, but I say, wow, these guys really don't want to make Aston Villa show on TV. Come on.
They want to highlight how badly Tuchel is going to beat you again for the fourth time.
As I told O'Neill in the comments, it's baseball. It's 3 strikes and you're out, and then you get to go again. So I don't get my 3 strikes, so it's fresh.
It's fresh now. Okay.
Yes, it's fresh.
I want to thank Suka.
Yes, man.
Shaq, why did I? Shaq? Seriously, I was literally trying to avoid it. Right, but we are still coming late, saying
I purposely drink it, and I was waiting for the comments.
Don't worry, man. I'll go hush them up tomorrow. Trust me, I'll go hush them up tomorrow.
Okay. I hope so. And Shaq, as I'm still coming in with the usual. Shout out to Munchie. All right. So, thank you, Suka. Thank you, Munchie, later on. Of course, Moy, Shaq, y'all know the business, how we do things here. And if anybody who watches this after the fact, which is a lot of people, don't forget tomorrow, 7:15. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Subscribers are going up. The content is great. And, of course, always make sure you support Island fans. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow morning.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.